Hey, hi, and welcome to another Taste of Fusion from the Forum. It's the Mango Festival, and I'm going to create a glorious bunch of dishes today. I'm starting off with a mango bruschetta. I'm going to follow that with a glorious roulade of mango steak. Well, actually, it's a bit of a roast, and it's a real fusion piece. And for dessert, a lovely little mango crumble with some ice cream. But now, I've got to pick up my vegetables from this amazing store and get cooking. These are chosa mangoes, and these are really flavorful. They're very sweet, and they have, they don't have any sort of resiny quality in them, and they don't have the pepperiness of langra, so that's going to be perfect. We're going to go into my roast, which of course with meat, you want that blend of sweet, which I'm going to accentuate with a little chili, as you'll see later on. And of course, because chosa is so versatile, because of its plain sweetness, it can be used with a lot of vinegar, with a lot of salt, and that's just going to be utterly delicious. So I'm just going to take a whole carton of these. Here we go. यार मेरा अंडरकट अंदर से पीस मंगवा दें, बड़ा पीस मुझे चाहिए. Thank you. इसको होल पीस रखें बिल्कुल. Right, so I've got my veg, I've got my meat, and I've got the mangoes most importantly. And now it's time to go through the checkout counter, get to my own counter and get cooking. Alright, I'm ready to get started with my first course, which is a lovely mango bruschetta. As you can see, I'm in the middle of Forum and I've got this glorious counter here, and today we are honoring the mango in the Mango Festival. So now for my bruschetta, first things first. I need some glorious tomato that I have chopped up right here. Nice little allumette sizes, that means little square pieces of tomato. I'm going to put this into my bowl, and I'm going to put in about 3 tomatoes worth. So there we go, 3 tomatoes chopped up into your bowl. Now bruschetta, basically, it means, crusted bread with a topping on top. And traditional bruschetta has onion, tomato, it's cooked a little bit, in olive oil with a little bit of garlic. We're not going to do that. What we're going to have is a raw bruschetta here because I want to fuse the fruit with it. Into this, I'm going to put in about 2.5 mangoes, which, as you can see, I've chopped up into very tiny pieces. Now, mango must be tiny so it can, break down. So, 1.5 mangoes chopped into my bowl. Next, I'm just going to put this to the side. Now, instead of normal red onion or white onion, I'm going to use spring onion because I want to create a fusion of concepts of cuisine here. Bruschetta is Italian, but I want to use some South Asian influences. So I've got some spring onion here. I'm just going to slice it in half and make very thin strips of it, like so. And then I'm going to diagonally chop it into tiny little allumette bits, which will be glorious because they won't get in your mouth then. There we go. Straight into my bowl. 1, and with the rest, just nice little round slices. A little diversity of texture and flavor there. Now I've got a little diced spring onion in there, and then I've got some long strips. Next, what am I going to put in there? How am I going to create this fusion of flavor? So, very simply, I've got 1.5 teaspoons of red chili flakes. I've got 1.25 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons of whole grain mustard. Now I'm going to mix it up. Now this is the primary mix first of all. So give it one good stir. Once the whole grain mustard is mixed in, I'm going to add in about 1.5 teaspoons of soya sauce. Then I'm going to pour in some olive oil. There we go. A little jasmine rice vinegar. In that goes. I would say about 1.5 tablespoons of that. Mix it all up thoroughly. And then, for my next step, extra virgin olive oil and 2.5 tablespoons of that. What you must realize is that in the cooking process, as you keep adding vinegars and lemons and acidulants and olive oils, which help steep, they actually help cook the vegetables, the fruit, or the spices that are in there. Now, next, I'm going to get some coriander, and we're sticking with the Southeast Asian flavor there. I'm just going to chop it up really roughly, like so. In that goes into my bowl. And I didn't add this in beforehand because I didn't want the coriander to become black, which it tends to do. All right, now continue mixing. Mix it all up. Next, what is the final ingredient in this? And that's some feta cheese. So about 2 teaspoons of feta cheese. In they go. The juice of half a lemon. And now for some vegetable chili kick. And for that, I have this lovely little Thai red chili here, which I'm going to slice up very finely. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Right. In goes that potent chili. All right. Now, mix up your mix one more time. And now for the layering of bruschetta. And I've got these lovely, lovely brown buns. Now, unlike traditional bruschetta, I'm not toasting it. I'm not serving it on baguette or crostini, which has been, you know, sort of seared with olive oil. Let's put our bread out here. I'm going to take a little bit of this and place it on. And voila! How quick was that appetizer? But now, let's actually get someone to try this. Please come and try this. Now we have someone who is going to try it out.
It's very different and very refreshing.
There we go.
Seriously, it's great. It's spicy, but it's mango in a whole new way.
Wow, mango in a whole
And
new
it's
way.
what you've done, what you've created. It's got to be good.
All right, so that's it. Our appetizers are hit. I'm going to put this mic down, clean up, and get started with our main course. Right, so our appetizer was a rip-roaring success, and now we are ready to get started with our main course, which today is a mango-infused roulade steak roast. Now, what does that mean? That basically means I'm going to take this glorious piece of undercut and I'm going to recreate it, fusing mangoes into it like you've never seen before. So let's get started. Now, undercut is the best cut of meat. It's what you get your steaks out. It's fillet steak, basically. I'm going to take this top side off, which is called the top side, because I don't need to use it. So I'm just going to get this lovely long fillet, move this to the side. Now, how am I going to prep this meat? How am I going to put mangoes into it? Very, very simple. Let's turn it over. Now, you take the thick side or the fat side of the meat and you slowly cut into it, like so. It's very simple and, you know, get a little confidence, do it, don't worry about it. Just make a strip, don't go all the way through, like you're filleting a fish. So there we go. There it opens up. Now, cut it further. Stay with the vein, like so. Keep opening it up and let it sit flat. Right, so now we're going to give it a little bit more incisioning. And then with our knife, we're just going to bash it. Bash, 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 bash. Now what this does is it breaks the undercut meat, so it'll take in all the flavors that go into it. So give it a good bashing like so, and then flatten it. Flatten it. Take the flat end of your knife then, and beat it down like this. Our undercut is flat, and if you can see, it's about the same width the whole way around. What are we going to do with this? Well, I've got my little oven dish right here, which I'm going to transfer this into. In goes my undercut, resting gloriously there. Next step, I'm going to take some salt and take 2-3 pinches of salt straight onto the meat. I'm going to take red chili flakes. 3 pinches of red chili flakes into the cavity. Some extra virgin olive oil. Pour it into the center. And rub the salt in with your hands. Now what this will do is, because you've been hitting the knife on the meat, all it's like, you know, sinews have opened up and it'll take in all the flavor. So, rub this in and flatten it out as you keep doing it. Now, next step. Let's get a little bit of the spring onion. I'm going to cut it up, give it a slice, and just slice through like so. That's it, 1 spring onion. Then I've got some lovely garlic over here. I'm just going to take 1 pot of garlic and I'm going to slice it finely. All right, so we slice our garlic. Fantastic. Now I'm going to take the garlic and I'm going to spread it out in the center, like so. Then I'm going to take the spring onion and spread that out. Next, we're going to take some soya sauce and just pour it onto the inside of the meat like this and let it soak in. Then some jasmine rice vinegar, just a couple of dashes of that. And next, we are going to fuse mangoes in there. And here come the mango. I'm going to just put the mango in the center. Take the mango, layer it in the center. Next step, we're just going to take this slightly further back, roll it one way, and then flip it in. And make this glorious little mango pocket out of it. You could use toothpicks to close it up. You could just flip it over. You could open up the cavity more. I think this meat holds together, and of course when you cook this meat it shrinks, so it'll actually tighten around the mango, which is just perfect. Technically, because it's a roast, it should have some side veg with it. What am I going to do? Well, I have these lovely cherry tomatoes over here, so I'm just going to take a couple and I'm just going to put them into my dish because cherry tomatoes lend their tanginess to this dish. Then, what else do we need in Southeast Asian flavors? We need some mushrooms. So, some lovely little button mushrooms. I'm just going to pop them in. All right, so that's one aspect, but we're not done yet. Next, I'm going to take another spring onion and I'm just going to strip it into very long, thin strips, like so. The way that you slice your vegetables, it always affects the flavor. I'm just going to sort of layer them in, and then let's grab a little mango here, because we're not done with the mango yet. Just going to take it out. I'm going to just cut a strip. And not too much. We're just going to strip this mango as well. And because we just want this as a little chutney, and technically you could put in curry or something like that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this. That's in there. Now, last touches. Just a little bit of salt on top of our mushrooms and our tomatoes. A little red chili flake, just a little tiny pinch. A dash of soya sauce and a little flair going into it. Voila! Hey, look at that. And of course, some jasmine rice vinegar in the end in this dish. Lovely. And last but not least, some fantastic whole grain mustard that I'm just layering onto my beef, and spread this across, because when this goes into the oven and roasts, this will become glorious and crunchy and create this lovely topping under which the sizzling beef is created. Rub this in. This has to go into an oven, preheated oven at 200 degrees for 25 minutes. That's it. Just take it out of the oven and serve. So this goes into the oven, and when it comes out, it should look like this. All those juices, all those tomatoes crushed down, this glorious roast taking in all the whole grain mustard, and that's it. We are done with this. Right, okay, so that's done. It's on the plate, and I know there's loads of people who want to eat, but sir, please come over here. All right, so this is my mango infused steak roast, and everything's got mango in it today, so give it a go and tell me what you think. And you got to take some of the center as well.
The meat really tastes good.
Thank you.
Especially, I have tried the meat portion, now I'll try the fused portion.
Oh!
Real good taste of garlic.
Yeah.
As well as some, I think, onion
And
and
do you like the
tomatoes,
mango in there?
Mango as well.
Oh!
Absolutely fine.
Thank you.
Fine. Real good
That's
taste.
great. And why don't you
Real
try
good
one of
taste.
these mushrooms, because I've been talking about them, because they turn into these little cups.
Along with mango.
Well, yes, got some mango in it. Absolutely everything must have mango.
Splendid. Really good.
Well, thank you.
All the
Thank you
best.
so
All the
much. That's it. Well, the main course has been a hit. Now I'm going to put the mic down and I'm going to clear this up and we are going to make dessert. Right, now that we were done with that amazing appetizer and that fantastic main course, we are going to make a crazy mango dessert. Now, you know, usual desserts, they take a long time to make. They have to be baked, cooked, or blended. And, you know, the process is infinitely long and you have to be very delicate with it. Well, I don't think so. I think that I can put together a really cool, really fast dessert which does not need chilling, cooking, or thought. So, very simply, here I go. I've got about 3 mangoes that I've chopped up here. I'm going to pop them straight into my bowl. To this, I'm going to add some mascarpone cream. Now, if you can't get mascarpone cream, don't worry about it. Don't put the mascarpone in. Use a little paneer because, you know, you need that little saltiness and the smoothness. Or make a little sour cream. That's very interesting. 1 packet of mascarpone, in it goes. Then I'm going to grab a fork and I'm going to use my spoon and smush it all around. Now I'm going to break the mango down, you know, so it's like a little blending process with my hand. Keep smushing it, keep smushing it. Then I'm going to add in some whipped cream, or whipping cream actually. And I'm going to put in about a packet of whipping cream, so that's about 100 grams. So a little whipping, now keep whipping, break it in. Now, for the little piece of fusion, what are we going to do to this to bring this flavor out? Well, I'm going to take a little mint and I'm going to chop it up really finely. It's actually just going to be minced mint. In that goes into our mango. The juice of quarter lemon, just going to squeeze it in. What this will do is it will help the cream separate. I'm going to mix it up further. Blending, blending. And finally, last but not least, a nice large pinch of chili. And I love doing that because the chili enhances the flavor of the sweet so intensely, it's unbelievable. So you've got this glorious balance going on. But now we have to structure and layer it. How are we going to serve this dessert? Well, I have these lovely little cups here. And what I also have is some digestive biscuit crumb. Let's take a little biscuit crumb, put it at the base, like so. Then I'm going to take some of this mango mix, layer that in. Then add a little biscuit crumb from the top, a little bit more mango, put in a little fresh cream, and 1 little lashing of mint. There we go. A really super fast, quick dessert is done. Now I'm going to make a couple more of these. Of course, you can serve it chilled, or you can just grab a spoon and dip right into it. Let's see if there are any takers for this amazing 2-minute mango dessert. Hi, would you like to try this? Yeah? Here. You like it? Yeah? She likes it. But take a nice, yeah, all the way through. What do you think?
It tastes good.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely,
Thank
lovely.
you so much. And it's light, it's refreshing.
Yeah, it's light and with, I mean, the sugar is not in that
you
much
know,
of
and
quantity.
It's really good. You can make it in 5 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, it's a quick recipe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, and that's it. We had a brilliant appetizer, a brilliant main course, a brilliant dessert, and I'm in the forum. What else do I want? Now I'm going to go shop at Epco because I love doing that. And remember, if you want to see me fuse anything or have any comments, write in on fusion@dawnnews.tv. From myself, the entire team and forum, take care. Khuda Hafiz.